walk therein, stand in the ways and see that old path, the good way. And I shall give you rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. So many tonight are missing out on blessings from God. Rest for your soul because you're not walking in the path. You're not seeing. You're not getting rest for your soul because you're straying from that path. When the Word says, God says, if you'll just seek that out, that old path, that good way. You know, I begin to think about some old-timers that I knew that trusted in the Lord and prayed and would seek Him, lived as good as they could live, would strive for it. And I thought, that's what God's talking about. That's what He's talking about. Striving and seeking Him and walking in that path and hungering for God. Desiring that. If only we had that in our churches today. If only that was going in this land today. Man, the churches, I tell you what, folks talk about, well, I sure wish we could fill our place up. I sure wish that we could get a big crowd. I'm going to tell you what. When you begin to do that, you begin to see the houses full. Wouldn't be a seat available. Folks would be coming. They'd be desiring. They've been seeking that. I begin to think about those folks who prayed every single day. Many of them that prayed every day because they had to have God to help them. You know, you got 8 or 9 kids and you're trying to feed them. You'll be praying every day, won't you? I raised 2, and I'm thinking, man, how in work could I took 7 more? You know, I got a boy that could, I never seen nobody like that in my life. It's something else. I mean, I can fill the refrigerator up this evening and tomorrow evening. There ain't signs I've been to the store. You wouldn't know. I mean, he eat all night long. Bring him in a big batch of something to eat, and about 30 minutes later, he's popping popcorn. And I said, somewhere in the Word you put it, I'm hungry. How many things all I ever seen? And I can't imagine having 7 more like that. I couldn't do it. I don't know. I don't know how folks do it. I'd be praying non-stop. Lord, get that tapeworm out of them or something. You know? Because I can't afford this. But I begin to think about people and how they prayed and how they focused and how they stood in that path and how they leaned on the Lord and called on Him. And they would see and they found rest for their souls. Many of you here have raised, maybe with big families, raised out on the farm. You think back to those days and you think, Lord, you know, well, as a kid, you didn't really realize maybe what Mom and Daddy was going through. And it was a good life. It was a wonderful life. A loving home, a caring home. You was poor, but you didn't know it. Poor, but you didn't know it. The only way you know it if somebody told you. Then you'd be thinking, oh, we are? But in that old path they stood and they focused and they depended upon the Lord. And He brought them rest for their souls. You know, I like talking to folks, and maybe some of y'all still do this. I don't know. I know some of you still can a lot of things. But my mother-in-law, she can everything. And she can all that stuff up. She talked about when she was raising kids, when all the kids was at home, and they'd kill hogs, and they'd fry sausage, and they'd can sausage. Anybody do that? I never had that. She started telling me about that, and I said, boy, I'd like to have some of that. Why don't you try that again? But they would do all kinds of things like that, and they would, and she talked about how, you know, she would tell me that with a smile on her face. And a joy in her voice when she talked about You know, when kids was home and they had, and I know they weren't rich. My dad and I wasn't a rich man by no means. Wasn't an educated man by the world's standards. But he was a blessed man, a hard worker. Loved the Lord. And the Lord provided. But they depended upon God and they walked in that old path. And they would strive and they would see, and God would bring them rest for our souls. You know, today I've never seen a time where folks are more dissatisfied with everything. Everything. You know, if you look around, folks are doing better today than they ever have. I know some of you probably saying, I don't know, but you think. Go home and just survey. Look around the house. Look what you got. Look in the garage. Look at all your possessions. See what you do, where you go, what you're wearing. And just tell me you're not doing better today than you've ever done. Now, thank the Lord. But more people today are dissatisfied than I've ever seen a time. I mean, they can't be happy. And I think, why? They can't find rest for their soul. And I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'll try to end with this. You'll never find rest for your soul until you find Jesus in your life. 100%, number one, at the top of the list, number one priority. Then you will begin to truly live a good life. Hear folks say, well, I'm living a good life. I am too. I know Jesus. I'm on my way to heaven. And I'm living a good life. No, I ain't stinking rich. I don't have thousands of dollars in the bank. I'm a one-man stimulus package. I know what that is. I circulate my money. I do my best to keep the economy going. I'm getting better. I am saved a little bit. I've got a little bit. But I don't have hordes of money back. I don't do that. I don't. But I tell you what, I'm a happy man. That's right. I'm happy. I'm a blessed man. I'm a blessed man. I can lay down tonight. If I didn't have 75 cents in my pocket, you know what I'd do if I didn't see daylight tomorrow? In the morning, heaven be mine. That's right. I'd be walking on the streets of gold. Oh, what a peace of mind that is. Oh, what joy that is. Oh, what happiness that is. To know that. To know that. To know that. And it's only through Jesus Christ you'll have rest for your soul. Every head bowed.